Megan Parks with Exploring Parks here. Today I want to talk about activities you can do while camping. If you're camping with your significant other, if you're going on a date camping, whatever it might be, but just so you can make your trip extra special. There are tons of activities to do while camping, but sometimes you need to spice it up a little and do something romantic with your partner. So I want to go through the list of 45 activities you can do with your partner so that you guys can have an extra special trip. Camping in itself is a great time to bond together. It gives you an opportunity to step away from civilization. You don't have service for the most part, and you guys can just really give each other undivided attention. But that also means you can get bored. So it's a good idea to plan out a few activities that you can do together while you're out on your camping trip. One of the main activities that we do together while we're camping is cook. So planning out your cooking, prepping, the actual cooking portion and cleaning up, that takes a lot of time. So why not make it special? So maybe you could plan a 3-course meal so it feels like you're having a fancy dinner while you're out in nature. To make it extra special, bring a candle, make it a candlelit dinner late in the evening. If you need some ideas of foods to make, I have a post and a video about non-perishable food items that are great to bring with you while camping. These are easy to make and you can mix them together and make something extra delicious. I also have a video about all the different ways you can cook while camping. So you could utilize multiple ways. For instance, you could get a Dutch oven and your fire going with a cake in it for the dessert. You could fire something up on the grill, and you could also use a grill grate to cook over the fire. So you can have multiple things going at once so you can enjoy a 3-course meal. Another activity to do as a couple is to make your trip into a spa day. So you could bring powdered clay with you, do clay masks, maybe some cucumbers on your eyes, anything that's going to make you feel relaxed. If you're in a location with clay mud, you could even make your own clay mask from the Mother Nature around you, which would be some bonus points, right? But just make a point to relax together and figure out a spa activity that you could do while you're in nature. Some other activities you could do around the campfire is slow dance, or maybe you could read to each other. So both of these are great in the evening. Make sure you have your headlamp with you, but you could read poetry, you could read a mystery book, take turns reading back and forth, or you could just slow dance next to the fire, something to just really slow down and enjoy each other's company around that campfire. Another great activity while you're camping is to watch the sunrise or sunset. Depending on where you're at, you might not be able to see one or the other, but it would be nice to plan out which direction you're facing and if you can walk somewhere and watch the sunrise or sunset together. Other activities to do would be giving each other a massage. If you choose this route, I would suggest not using any scented oils because you could attract mosquitoes, and that could get unromantic very quickly. You could also do a wine tasting. You could bring a bottle of wine, maybe a couple of different wines, and pair them with some special cheeses or meats and have yourself a nice afternoon together. The next one sounds boring: whittling sticks. So this actually is a great way to pass time while you're camping, but if you want to make it extra special, you could whittle something for your partner, maybe carve their initials into a piece of wood, or try to hone your skills and carve out an animal that they like. Anything to just get creative and pass time together would be a great way to spend your time. You could make a themed cocktail for your trip. Maybe you want to try a new drink you've never had before, or you both want to get together and think of something, wacky to put together and then name it for your trip. So this would be a really fun way to commemorate your trip by having a themed cocktail that you can always think about whenever you think of that camping trip. You could sketch in nature. You are in the perfect place to start sketching. Even if you're not good at it, it is a great way to pass time. Turn it into a competition. Maybe you could both draw the same scenery and decide who did it better. Another creative activity is making nature art. So this could be however you want, but you could maybe get a pile of sticks and rocks and leaves and acorns or anything in nature and make something creative out of it. If you want to make it extra challenging, maybe you can try to create like a mosaic of your partner with nature objects. Other classic camping activities like fishing, hammocking, playing cards, playing board games are all great ways to bond with your partner. If you really get in the right mindset, you guys can make sure that you make it extra special. You could also use this time together to ask getting to know you questions. No matter how long you've been together, there's always something new you can learn about your partner. You could make s'mores around the fire. It might not sound romantic, but make it extra special. Maybe bring some extra ingredients like caramel sauce or peanut butter or anything that you want so you can have a special s'mores experience. This would be the perfect opportunity to ride bikes together or hike together, maybe choose a special location that you want to get to, and then spend your day either riding a bike or hiking to that location with your partner. While you're out in nature, you could plan to do a photo shoot. So maybe you want to bring a tripod and take pictures together, or you can just take turns taking pictures of each other. But it would be a fun place to have a photo shoot if you have the time. You could also explore nature by bird watching. You could forage. Those are great ways to hone in your skills but also have fun while you're out together with your significant other. If you are in a location with water, if it's a hot spring or a cold lake, you could enjoy those together too. So if it's a hot spring, it's just like being in a hot tub together, which is always fun. Or it could be a cold plunge. Maybe it's a challenge because the water's really icy. But regardless, both of those would be a great way to spend time together. Some other things on the list that you could do are have a dinner cook-off competition. Maybe you both cook something different, or you could cook the same food but cook it in different ways and decide which is better. You could also have a romantic picnic. You could play hide and seek. You could stargaze. You could cloud gaze. These are some other great activities to do while you're out as a couple camping. If you really want to have some fun, bring a Bluetooth speaker and have a dance party. Maybe you have a dance off, or you could show each other your favorite moves from high school. But this would be a great way to just unwind and have fun together. One activity you might not think about is having a scavenger hunt. So you could make your own list, or you could always go online and find a list of nature scavenger hunts. You can partner up and look around nature to find everything on the list. Some other activities that I have here are flying kites together. You could do yoga in nature. You could go kayaking if you're around a lake or a river. You could geocache if you've never heard of geocaching. It is like a scavenger hunt that you do through an app. So people hide objects out in nature and they mark it on the map, and then you get to look around for that object. If there are no objects in your area with the geocache app, then you can always create your own and log it on the map. You could play yard games like frisbee, bocce ball, badminton if you want to bring your own net. If you want to have a major sports day and compete against each other, that could be a fun way to spend your camping trip. You could also tell campfire stories. You could skip rocks. You could play charades, or you could meditate together. So being in nature is the perfect time to meditate, and it would be extra special if you could do that while you're out with your significant other. You might also decide to tap into your wild side and climb a tree together. In the evening, some fun activities to do would be to decorate your tent so it feels extra romantic. Maybe you could do some battery operated like Chinese lantern lights or anything around it just to make it feel extra cozy. And you can also make hot cocoa, and you can snuggle up together in your cozy tent, and then you can end your evening by journaling together. This might sound weird, but it's actually a great way to document your trip. Maybe you both take turns writing in a journal, or you could work together and have one person write while you both recount what you did during your camping trip. I hope this list encourages you to start planning a special trip with your significant other. Maybe you've camped together hundreds of times and it's just getting kind of mundane, or maybe your spouse doesn't like camping with you. Regardless, you could use this list to really spice things up and make your camping trip memorable. Thanks for watching. If you're looking for other tips, tricks, or reviews for camping and other adventures, then please check out our channel or check us out at exploringparks.com. Thanks guys, keep exploring.